Hello friend, in today's video we will learn how to control LED by using the mobile application with Bluetooth technology. So we already know that Raspberry Pi 3 and 4 has inbuilt Bluetooth. We will use that inbuilt Bluetooth, and from mobile application we have Bluetooth terminal application, and you can see here there are two LEDs and IR sensor. So once any obstacle detected, the obstacle detected message present on this mobile application, and also you can control this LED by using this mobile application. So communication of this Raspberry Pi and the mobile, it takes place by using the Bluetooth technology. So let's see the practical first. So you can see right now there is a obstacle not detected message present on this terminal. So once I place any obstacle in front of IR sensor, the obstacle detected message gets presented on terminal. So data transmission from this Raspberry Pi to mobile is through the Bluetooth. So in this way we can learn how we can send the data from Raspberry Pi to mobile by Bluetooth communication. Now next part is we have to turn on and turn off the light by using our mobile application. So let's say I have to turn on a first light. So I will type here LED 1 and on. So once I press the LED 1 on, you can see the red lights get turned on, and if I press LED 2 on, then green lights get started. So we have again, if we want to turn off the light, LED 1 off. So first light gets off, and then second light also gets off. So now we successfully see that how to we can turn off and turn on the LED by using the mobile application using Bluetooth, and how to send the data from Raspberry Pi to mobile application by using the Bluetooth. So let's see the programming and hardware connection. So in hardware connection we have two LEDs and a resistor. You can use 1K, 2K or 500 ohm resistor. Then IR sensor module. So IR sensor has 3 pin: VCC, ground and out. We have connected out pin from IR sensor to 30 number pin of Raspberry Pi. Then ground pin from IR sensor connected to 6 number pin of Raspberry Pi. Then VCC pin of IR sensor is connected to 1 number pin of Raspberry Pi. Then at LED side we have positive and negative terminal. We have connected positive terminal of both LED to VCC pin of Raspberry Pi, that is 2. Then another side of first LED is connected to resistor, and another side of resistor is connected to 7 number pin. Same again, LED 2 has another resistor. One pin of resistor is connected to one point of LED, and another point is connected to 11 number. So this is the connection. If you want to see the complete connection of this circuit, LED and IR sensor, I have already created one video on LED and IR sensor. Please watch that video so you will get complete idea about the hardware connection. I will add the link of that video in this description. Please go and watch that video. You can get the idea of each and every connection. So before starting the program explanation, I would like to request you, if you have any doubts regarding programming, regarding hardware connection, you can contact me on my WhatsApp number or my mail ID. I have added my mail ID and WhatsApp number in description. So let's start the programming. So before starting programming, we have to install some packages into our Raspberry Pi. So let's see how to install that package. So you have to first open the Raspberry Pi terminal. So you can see this terminal will be open. Now you have to type one by one command from one by one command. So first command is sudo apt-get update. So copy that command and paste here. So once you paste here, the update process gets started, and it will update your Raspberry Pi. So once the update completed, go to the next command, sudo apt get upgrade. Copy this, again paste here. I will add all the command in description, so you can find the command into description. So next line, we have to install the BlueZ or BlueMan package into Raspberry Pi. So copy this command and paste here. Then we have to install the blue package into Raspberry Pi. So one by one you should copy all the command and install here, and you can see all the packages get installed into your Raspberry Pi. So once you've done all the command from 1 to 9, the first basic command, you can see here the Bluetooth symbol gets added into your Raspberry Pi at the right side. And if at the starting only, if you don't see the Bluetooth symbol, this Bluetooth symbol, or if you give the it's give the message here that Bluetooth adapter not found, then you should use first this command, sudo apt get Bluetooth, sudo apt get Bluetooth BlueZ firmware, and first this 5 command, and then start again from this 1 to 9 command. So this 1 to 5 command, it is only used in case of here this Bluetooth symbol is not present in your Raspberry Pi. If this Bluetooth symbol is not present or disabled, that means that your Bluetooth firmware is not updated or not present into your Raspberry Pi. So you have to install first that Bluetooth firmware by using this 5 command, and later you have to install the packages by using this 9 command. Okay, so once you install all the packages from this, we will discuss, then open your program. And if you want to add a new program into Raspberry Pi, go to the Raspberry Pi, then programming, and then Python 3. Why I am selected Python 3? Because this Bluetooth package only work on the Python 3. So it will you should use the Python 3 IDE or Python 3 interpreter to run your program. If you use Python 2, then this package will not work. So if you want to create a new program, go to programming and Python 3, and go to the file and new file, and here you can write your own program. So I will open my program. So let's see importance of each and every line from this program. So first line is from blue.btcom import Bluetooth server. So basically this is a package which is used for interfacing of Bluetooth. Next line is signal pause. So basically if you want to pause the Bluetooth, you can use this one. Then import Raspberry Pi.gpio as GPIO. So basically if you want to use any GPIO pin from Raspberry Pi, you can use this GPIO library. Then import time. So if you want to add any delay in your program, you can use this import time library. Then GPIO.set warning to the false. So each and every time when you run the program, Raspberry Pi gives you warning that whatever the GPIO pin you have used is already used before. So to avoid that warning, you should use GPIO.set warning to false. Then GPIO.set mode, GPIO board. So basically Raspberry Pi work as two method, as a Raspberry Pi board or Raspberry Pi BCM chip. In our project we will use Raspberry Pi as a complete board. So this syntax used for to consider as a Raspberry Pi complete board. So next line is LED pin 1 and LED pin 2, 7 and 11 respectively. So basically if you go to the Raspberry Pi terminal and type GPIO read all, then you can see the GPIO pins of Raspberry Pi gets open, and you can find information of each and every pins from this command. So you can see here 7 pin work as a GPIO pin, then 11 pin also work as GPIO pin, and 30 number pin also work as GPIO pin. So that we have used 7, 11 and 13. You can also use 15 number, you can also use the 16 number, because this pin also used as a GPIO pins. So basically your LED and your IR sensor work on the GPIO protocol. So we have to use the GPIO pins. So that we have selected LED 2 to 7 and 11 number, then IR pin as a 13 number. Then next point is we have to declare that GPIO pin should work as output or should work as input. So LED pin work as output. The LED pin work as output because Raspberry Pi is sending signal to LED pin. So to mention the LED pin as output, you have to use GPIO.setup LED pin 1 GPIO.out. Same for the LED pin 2. And in case of IR sensor, the IR sensor send the signal to Raspberry Pi. So means that pin, IR pin, that is 13 number pin, work as an input to Raspberry Pi. So to declare that pin as an input, you have to use GPIO.setup IR pin GPIO.in. Then pull up down GPIO.pull up. So basically this is a pull up register which is connected to Raspberry Pi each and every pin. So to declare that pull up or pull down register, you have used this syntax. So most important part is this GPIO.in. So in this way we have declared IR pin as an input and LED 2 pin, LED 1 and LED 2 as output. Then at the initial stage we have to turning off the LED. So to turn off the LED we have to send the high signal on that LED pin. Why high signal? Because we have connected high pin to VCC and low pin from LED to our 7 and 13 number. So whenever you send the 0 signal, it will turn on the LED, and whenever you send the high signal, it will turn off LED. This logic is called as a active low logic. So to turn off the LED, we have to send the high signal on LED pin 2 and LED pin 1. So to send the high signal on LED pin 2 and 1, we have to use this syntax: GPIO.output LED pin 2 GPIO.high, GPIO.output LED pin 1 GPIO.high. So in this way we have turned off our both LED. So next function is def data receive. So basically def data receive function is invoked whenever there is any data receive on the Bluetooth of Raspberry Pi. So once Raspberry Pi Bluetooth detected any data, this function gets active, and whatever the code present inside this function, it will get executed. So if you want to learn how we have to declare the function, I have already explained in my Python web series. So you can go and learn the basic part of Python. I will add the link of that Python web series in description. So once the data receive function gets invoked, it print the data. So whatever the data it will receive, it first print the data on the Python terminal. Next line is if data is LED 10. So in practical session we saw that whenever we send LED 1 on, the LED 1 gets turned on. So to detect the LED 1 is equal to on message, we have to give here one if statement. So if data, incoming data, is equal to LED pin 1, then we have to turn on the LED. So to turn on the LED, we have to send the 0 signal on LED pin. So GPIO.output LED pin 1 GPIO.low. So it will turn on our first LED. Else if another data present like LED 1 off, so if data is equal to LED 1 off, we have to turn off the first LED. So to turn off the first LED, we have to send high signal on that LED. So to send high signal, we already discussed, we have to use this command GPIO.output LED pin 1 GPIO.high. So same we have to use for LED 2 on and LED 2 off, and else in else condition we have to turn off all the LED. So next line is Bluetooth server data receive. So Bluetooth server data receive, Bluetooth server is basically inbuilt function for the Bluetooth. So once and you have to type your own function name inside that. You have to pass your own function name for the Bluetooth server. So once the Bluetooth server get detected any data, it will call this function, and then this function get executed. Then we have to declare one object here, yes, and while one loop. While one loop act as a main loop, like in C programming we have void main loop. So in Python we have while one loop. So while one loop, then one test space, whatever the code inside while one, it will execute infinite number of times. So first line is if GPIO.input IR pin is equal to GPIO.low. So once any obstacle detected on IR sensor send the 0 signal to Raspberry Pi. So once the Raspberry, if you want to detect that 0 signal, you have to use this function GPIO.input IR pin. So once that GPIO.input function get detected low signal, we have to send obstacle detected message on our mobile application. To send the obstacle detected message or any message to mobile application, you have to use this command. Yes, that is object we have already created dot send. So dot send method is basically inbuilt method of Bluetooth. It will send the whatever the data you will write here, it will send that data on your mobile application. So is dot send obstacle detected. So if GPIO dot high, so in case there is no obstacle, IR sensor send the high signal, and if the high signal get detected, then else part get executed and it will say obstacle does not detected. And pause, this is pause method basically used for the Bluetooth functionality. So this is a complete code which is used for to detect any to send data from your Raspberry Pi on your mobile application, and next to receive data from your mobile application to your Raspberry Pi. For to run this program, you have to first pair your mobile with your Raspberry Pi. So to pair your mobile with your Raspberry Pi, go to this Bluetooth option, then device, then make sure that your mobile Bluetooth visibility is turned on and visible to all nearby device. This setting should be on. Then once you present the search button here, okay, once you click on search option, it will start searching searching number of Bluetooth devices present in your in that area. So let's see, this is OnePlus 6, this is my Bluetooth device, and if I want to pair with Raspberry Pi, click on right click there and click on pair. So once you click on pair, you can see there is a confirm message present. Click on confirm message here and also confirm message from your mobile application and click on OK. So once you get connected successfully, that means your mobile devices get connected with your Raspberry Pi. So then run your program. Go to the run and run module. Okay, once you run the program, there will be not any output present. You have to open your mobile application. You can download this mobile application through Play Store. Just go to the Play Store and type here Bluetooth terminal. So you can download any mobile terminal application. I prefer the I can say the best mobile application is this serial Bluetooth terminal. Just download this and open this application. So once you download the mobile application, open that mobile application. So once you open, there are some basic setting you have to do with mobile application. Go to the setting, then setting, then you have to change the font size to 13, is dependent upon you. Then go to the receive and new line, it should be CR plus LF. Then in send, you should use new line, that is none. So this none means that whatever you send the message, whatever you type here message, it will only consider the character. It will not add the extra character, that is plus, that is enter and space in your message. So this is very important setting you. So once you open, go to the setting, then device, then you can see Raspberry Pi Bluetooth present in your mobile. Click on there. So once you click on there, the Raspberry Pi gets detected and connected to your with mobile, and you can see there is a message present on your mobile. So once you type here LED underscore on, then this message get present on your Raspberry Pi terminal. So this means your Raspberry Pi and your mobile gets connected, and you can enable to transmit and receive message from Raspberry Pi and from your mobile application. So if you want to turn on LED, our message is LED. So once I press the LED underscore 1 on, the LED 1 message get present here, and our LED gets turned on. So now we can see how to so we have seen that how to connect your Bluetooth with your Raspberry Pi, how to transmit data from your Bluetooth from your mobile application to Raspberry Pi, and how to receive data from your Raspberry Pi to your Bluetooth application. So if you like my channel, please if you like my content, and if you want to learn many things from about Raspberry Pi and Python, please subscribe my channel and do not forget to press the bell icon.